And no matter what you do, listen, you can make. I'll just put it like this: I got options on YouTube if I want my videos to be private, my playlist to be private. So I'll just put it like this: I uh, I made some playlists and some videos, and I set them as private, and never watched them myself, and they got views, like lots of views. And then I made switched them from private to public, and the views went up. So whatever electronic device you have, you're being watched, and they're listening to you. Whatever one that has either wireless internet or Wi-Fi, you're being watched and listened to. So watch what you say on your electronic devices. Watch what you do on your electronic devices. Because everybody, I used to be paranoid about a lot of the stuff, you know, and especially like smoking weed, marijuana, THC, herbs. A lot of unfortunate things happen because of electronic devices. So, my only advice, if you can live without an electronic device, if you can carry on even into the sweet by and by, you'd probably be better off. Like I got Wi-Fi, right? Like I also got wireless, but I wanted Wi-Fi for my TV, so I got Wi-Fi and Roku. I'm thinking about because I got large amount of money coming up, a large amount that when I get my money, I just go with my Wi-Fi on TV because I like watch YouTube. My parents also have TV. I'm not sure what kind, but you can watch the headline news, everything. You know, you can order anything. But I'm thinking about when I get my loot to try to stay off my cell phones, stay away from my electronic devices, and just watch YouTube if I want to watch anything or listen to anything. Go like not going live as much, trying to be too much when I can just take my money and run from the problem and run to the solution. And you're staying away from negativity because right now it's like going into a room full of TVs, like say 42, 52, 62 inch big screen TVs, and you know how they got them little TVs, little squares on each throughout the TV. You can actually order it or whatever to get a package deal, and you can have a bunch of little squares of different programs going on one TV. And I pictured this in my mind, and I'm like, man,
guys and girls?
It's too much.
It's snowing
It
again.
it 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 throws people for a loop.
Snowing again, Daisy.
It really does. It's like having too many access to too much
Come on,
information. At
Daisy.
the end of the day, you really don't need. It's like
You
trying to take in too much and be be human.
What are you gonna do now?
It's like
You want me to take you to what? I'm in the kitchen.
it's just this cyber or social media internet is too much. It's just way too much. So when I get my money, thinking about taking a trip and going on a vacation and eating some good food and drinking some good drink and enjoying my family. You know, the fam, the team, the gang, and just calming down and relaxing. Get some positive vibing only zone and staying away from the fire. Like it's a blaze. And staying away from all the negativity and positive vibing only zone. I don't mind the winter. Dealing with it my whole life. Everybody loves the summertime. Everybody does. I heard a lot of people move out of Michigan because of the snow. But yeah, if it's too much, it's too much. I was talking to this person one time. They go, "You're too much." I looked at that person. I said, "Well, guess what? You're enough." And I'll say this as a compliment. Some people are not enough. That's a compliment. I'll be nice about saying it like that. You're not enough. You're too much, and you're enough. Sometimes I'll be saying things, and people take it the wrong way. I said, "Oh, it's just a compliment. It's just a compliment." Okay. But in the Bible, though, it talks about watch what you eat, what what you're feeding the inner you. Because some people watch TV and they don't read the Bible. Some people watch things on their cell phones and on their iPads, other electronic devices, and don't read the Bible, so they don't know about watch what you eat. You know how people say, watch what you say and watch what you do? God Jesus Christ are saying like a compliment to y'all, everybody. Watch what you eat. Like if you eat the wrong spoiled food, it causes um spoiled food can cause you health issues. So, in all due respect, ma'am and sir, sometimes if you're not eating food, you know, that's good for you, could cause you to get sick inside and cause some ugly stuff to come out. A good a good tree can't produce bad fruit, and a bad tree can't produce good fruit. Does that make sense to you? Does it make sense though? If you're always eating negative stuff, you're only going to be negative. If you're always eating positivity, you're going to be not anything but positive. What up, girlfriend? What up, girlfriend? What up, girlfriend? So, I won't talk to anybody anymore because the first thing that comes up out of their mouth is negativity. You know, there's so much negativity being fed into everything that I find myself being negative sometimes. Bless you. Bless you. I got bless you myself. Bless you. You know, if I wouldn't have found the Holy Bible, I'd have been, I'd have been, wait, like, I've heard, like, bounty hunters, like, have you ever heard Dwayne Dog Chapman, the bounty hunter? He goes that when people ask him for advice and stuff, like when he arrests them, turns them in, he goes, when he gives them advice, he goes, just remember there's always going to be somebody way worse off than you. Or, in other words, just remember there's going to be somebody there's always somebody more worse off than you. See, a lot of people are not paying attention now, and it affects them later, either in a bad way or good way. Most people now are actually relying on lottery and casinos for the big money and not a job. Some people work in the workforce outside of the casinos to get into the casinos and either get a job or to gamble and make more and leave their original job. Everybody's flocking to the big money show. The big money show, because most people rely on big money. And I'm about to get the largest amount of money I've ever received in one lump sum in my whole life. And to me, it's going to be a lot of money. I have never in my life received that much money that I'm about to receive, and within a matter of minutes, when it's direct deposited to my account at the bank, even in one full year that I've actually worked to make money, I've never received that much money in one lump sum. I'm gonna be living good for a long time. I'm leaving it all in the bank. Leaving it all in the bank. All of it. But I've learned that reading the Bible, there was only really one main goal and success, like kids going their whole life to school, their younger years of life, to get a high school diploma, and then possibly college after that. But the Bible is, see, it's kind of hard to do three things at once, okay? But this asking Jesus Christ in the New Testament, the New Law, the New Covenant, about everlasting life and being perfect. He said, rule number one, to receive everlasting life, you got to keep all the commandments. Number two, to be to receive everlasting life plus be perfect as well, that you must give to the poor to be perfect. Keep all the commandments, you receive everlasting life. You give to the poor, then you're perfect. That's the Bible's two main goals. Some people spend their whole life trying to figure out something, what the Bible tells you to do. Keep the commandments, give to the poor. Keep the commandments, give to the poor. Give to the poor, keep the commandments. If you read it, it's in, see, the Old Testament's the Old Testament. God and Jesus Christ don't go by the Old Testament no more. That's the old law and the old covenant. They're going by the New Testament, the new 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 covenant, NEW new law. That's what they're going by now. See, I don't know who. I never understood why the the kept they kept the Old Testament and the New Testament in the same book. but it's God's word. It's Jesus Christ's word. So obviously, God wanted it that way, and Jesus Christ wanted it that way. And if you get the red letter edition of the Bible, if you read the New Testament, starting with Matthew, even if you look in Matthew, all the words in red are words spoken by Jesus Christ. And most of the first book of the New Testament is Jesus Christ talking. See, things got to come together. Come together. A lot of people probably, I, my subscribers, other people in my family neighborhood, wondering, why didn't you just start reading the Bible? The the videos I did, went live reading the Bible and stuff. They're like, why didn't you just start doing that from the jump? I said it's got to come together. It might not have been because one of the YouTube videos I did reading the Bible got a lot of views. And if I'd have did it from the jump, it might not have came together like it was supposed to. There's a lot of things that I realized with my family and neighbors passing away, that their death and their passing, things I didn't do and say to them or anybody else. And I think there was a reason why I did not intervene with their lives. I sometimes I don't intervene until a period amount of time later on down the path and road. I don't like it. Don't really come together until later. I've heard people go, "Oh, you got to take the bull by the horns." Said realistically, if you're gonna try taking the bull by the horns, good luck. I wish you will. Someone loves you more than you know, but I ain't gonna try to take any bull by the horns. Sometimes I was thinking maybe because this large amount of money is taking me 2 years. This lump sum of money I'm about to get. It took me 2 years. 2 years to get it. It's like say it was I started the job back 2 years ago, and the job got done. Now I'm just waiting for the lump sum of money. But then again, I connected that because the way it's being portrayed, that I added my flavor to the sauce. Okay, and I went back to the 70s. 1978. You know, Dwayne Chapman, Dog the Bounty Hunter, he gets $10,000 for every person he captures, catches, and turns in. 10,000 a person. He goes, there's a lot of money in the 70s. Still is. One 1978. That's the year I was born. About to be 47 years old. January 19th, 2025. And I still remember. And plus, I got a lot more information about my family, my last name, and it made sense to me. It made perfect sense. So I'm telling everybody to find, I don't care what age you are, get the information about your grandparents. That's what's going to set you down the right path. And get the correct information about your grandparents. All four of them. And that'll get you going. Make sure it's the right information, though. And if you talk about it, make sure you speak on it correctly. God loves you more than you know. I wish you well. Good luck.